Local high school gym this week to learn more about the danger of those tainted pills that are being sold to teens.
Yeah, this community meeting coming after 2 Skyline High School students died from overdoses involving pills laced with fentanyl. A Ballard teen also died after his parents say he overdosed on a similar pill. Meanwhile, officials are trying to keep these tainted drugs off our streets and hold dealers accountable. To talk more about that, the U.S. Attorney in Seattle joining our Brandi Kruse this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Brian Moran. Good morning. Thank you for being here, the United States Attorney in Seattle. You saw that image of that gym packed. And we talk about these kids that have died and these parents that are just heartbroken and clearly concerned. What do you see the role as the U.S. Attorney, the role your office plays in trying to deal with this epidemic?
Well, I think it's threefold, really, Brandi. First and foremost, we work hand in glove with our law enforcement partners, our federal law enforcement partners, our task force operators, local law enforcement. Job one is to get this stuff off the street and interdict high-level drug trafficking organizations. And there's a lot of work going on there, and there are a lot of successes. Unfortunately, we're not 100% successful. Those cases then come over to my office, largely the large drug trafficking cases, and we prosecute them. We prosecute them aggressively, vigorously. We're on the hunt constantly for fentanyl cases. This is chemical death being peddled in the streets. And I think the third thing, most importantly, and thank you for having me on, is to talk about it. Getting parents to sit down with their kids and talk about it. I've done that. I have a daughter who's in college. I have a daughter in high school. This is not a scary needle that a high school student or a working professional might inject. This is just an innocuous pill that could kill them, and it is killing them too frequently.
We mentioned the kids, and I think we have images of a couple of the teens that have passed away in our area, leaving entire communities, devastated. For you, you're a man whose career is in law and order. What do you think justice is for those teens and their families?
I think justice is saving the next kid, saving the next family, saving the next community. That's the best I can do. That's what I'm committed to doing. Long sentences help. Aggressive prosecution helps. Getting the word out helps. But I think justice is really a forward-looking activity for me. I've been a prosecutor most of my 30 years as a lawyer, and I have seen nothing that scares me more than fentanyl. Yeah,
and let's talk about why. We have some images of the pills. These are from King County Sheriff's Office, pills that they see circulating. This is actually a case out of Bellingham you guys had. Right. These were pills seized in a case involving a woman who died after ingesting one of them. Can you reinforce to people, because you talked to the DEA about this stuff, just how dangerous these tainted pills can be?
So let me give you some data. Sure. I do talk to the DEA, talked to them, in fact, just yesterday afternoon, regular meeting. Let me give you some statistics. DEA took 16 kilograms, or roughly 35 pounds, of fentanyl off the street just this year. Okay, that's just the DEA. That doesn't count task force operations, local prosecutors. 34 pounds. That is enough for 8 million doses of fentanyl. This is a population of about 7.2 million.
Help us understand why this. Look, and I know you can't trust a drug dealer. You know, it's not the friendly drug dealer on the corner who's making this stuff and handing it off to you. First, where is this stuff coming from? And why, if it has the potential to kill the person who takes it, would a drug dealer or drug manufacturer, even if it's a criminal entity, obviously, why would they put it in a pill and kill the people who are taking the substance they're trying to sell?
Well, answer your last question first. You assume they're rational business people and they're good chemists. In my experience, they're neither.
Yeah.
Most of the fentanyl traditionally had come in from China. It'd be transshipped from China. What we're seeing now is the trend line is more of it's going or manufactured in Mexico. They get the precursors. Often they buy the precursors from China. They buy the pill pressing machines, and then they ship it up through the southern border up here. So, for example, we see loads up in Bellingham that come from Mexico. So the demographics have switched. Why are people taking it if they know it could kill them? Here's the problem. They're not buying it from the scary drug dealer who's selling it out of the back of the van. They're getting it from their buddy on the football team or their office mate or the person across the suite. And it looks innocuous. It looks like a pill, and it looks like maybe it came from somebody's medicine cabinet, and it's not.
And there's no way, just to reinforce, there is no way to know, even if I'm your buddy selling you a pill, that the pill I'm about to hand you doesn't have fentanyl in it.
They don't know, and the person who sold it to them doesn't know, and the person who sold it to them doesn't know. And here's the other thing. The toxicity could be, 0.2%. 2 milligrams will kill a human being. Yeah. The average fentanyl pill interdicted in this state is 1.6 milligrams. So that is a very thin margin of safety to bet your life on.
So as we wrap up here, just quickly, what do you want people to know about the actions your office is going to take if you catch someone who is out there peddling these pills to our kids?
We will prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. We will add mandatory minimums. We will actively go out and look for those cases. We're working hand in glove with the DEA, FBI, and everybody else who wants to partner with us. And we're going to get the word out. We're going to publicize our convictions. We're going to publicize our arrests. And we're going to hopefully get the next people who would take these pills from not taking them.
And I think that I speak for every single person watching when I say you have our support to do that.
Thank
Please
you.
get them off the streets.
I know you do. Thank you for having me
United
here.
States Attorney Brian Moran, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Brandi.
Guys, back to you.
Brandi, thanks. New this